Hello, we're live. Welcome to the Witchy Self Care Challenge, day 3. You're still with us. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm also grateful that all of you have made this commitment so consistently. You have shown up for yourself in a way that you should not forget. This is depositing money in the love bank between you and yourself. Has anyone heard that metaphor? Like when you have a relationship, it's like a bank, and when we deposit money or love in the love bank, we are building that relationship up for future tough times so that when we have a difficult time and we need to make a withdrawal, we need to set a boundary, we have a fight, some misunderstanding shit occurs, the love bank is there and it sees us through. And a healthy relationship has more deposits than withdrawals. I like that metaphor. Got a couple comments already. Hello, Melissa. How are you? It is truly and sincerely my pleasure. All right, so it's a couple minutes before 12 as I want to say as always for this challenge, not as always for the majority of my streams. I went live a couple of minutes early just so that everyone could find me. I'm going to pin this video to the top of the Facebook page right now to the I'm always pinning in featured. So if you're looking for a video or a download, you will find it in featured. Let me pin this right now. Do. Still 11:59. We already got 2 viewers, y'all. You're so prompt. I'm not usually. All right, we've got that on Safari. Quit Safari. I have 2 browsers open. I'm double fisting browsers. Hello, Zoe. Oh my gosh. All right, calm down, phone. My phone is sending me alerts, which is a good reminder to me to turn my phone's volume off because we don't need this is the sacred space and I don't want like some silly like call about my vehicle's warranty interrupting it. You were at the mechanic. Speaking of vehicle warranties, well, thank you for joining us from the mechanic. Hello, Zoe's mechanic. Do you want to care for yourself? How are you? I'm sorry, this is the person I am. I can't help it. I love it. I love that you're tuned in from the mechanic. So, I have a winner to announce today. We're gonna do some releasing work today. I'm gonna wait till a few more people are here because I know it's like exactly noon. So I'll just ask you, how are you feeling today? I'll ask you my standard 3 questions. Number 1, where are you tuned in from? I know Zoe's tuned in from the mechanic. I refuse to tell them that. That's a valid boundary. I accept your boundary. Where are you tuned in from? Zoe's tuned in from the mechanic. I'm tuned in from my feminist fairy cave in Sound Beach, New York. That's on Long Island. Question 2. What are you sipping on today? I'm double fisting. I have water and I have Earl Grey tea. And I want to take a sip of the Earl Grey tea. Question 3. How are you feeling today? I want the real answer, not the polite answer. If you're just joining us, don't worry. I've been live a couple minutes early every day just to make sure that nothing goes haywire, and so I can pin the thing to featured in the group so you can find us. But if you're just joining us, you're here at the perfect time. I've asked my standard 3 questions. Where are you tuned in from? What you sipping on today? I've got water and tea. And how are you feeling? Reminder, when I ask you how you're feeling, I want the for realsies answer. I don't want the polite answer. I want to know for real how you're feeling. This is a safe space. I think you already know that at this point in the challenge. I think you already know that I feel that way. But nevertheless, I am reminding you. I feel compelled to say right now, if anyone is having trouble finding the video, go to featured. But of course, if you were having trouble finding the video, you wouldn't hear me say that. So I'm holding myself back. You know what though? I just went to the group and I see like Facebook just feeds it to me as the current post. So I think we're okay. Yes, your name is showing, Sophie. Tune in from Westchester, New York. Iced coffee. Feeling terrible. I'm so sorry you're feeling terrible. Everybody send some love to Sophie, please. Sophie has been tuning in for the replays. I know because they've been commenting. Sophie, real quick, what pronoun should I use for you? I realize that I'm not sure and I don't want to use the wrong ones. Humans, if you are new to a broadcast, feel free to introduce yourself. Even if you're not, feel free to introduce yourself. Pop your name in there. Pop what pronouns I can use for you so that I'm not misgendering anyone. And also pop your name, pronouns, I don't know, your friggin' favorite color. Just so we can all be able to talk with each other effectively. My name is Rory. My pronouns are they, them, or she, her. And my favorite color, depending on the day of the week, is black, green, or purple. I'm bisexual. I can't make up my mind. Lily's Iced Tea, getting ready for my Friday gig. Hello. Thank you for tuning in before your gig. And hooray for Lily's Iced Tea. Check, check, check. I'm having weirdness on one side of my... Check, 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 check. I think it's back. Okay. I was having a one-sided audio weirdness. They, she. Okay, good. Samey, samey. They, she. Team they, she. Zoe's feeling pretty good. Get ready to get stuff done this weekend to host 19 people next week. Oh my goodness. Like, my goodness. May the fates be with you. Ooh, mint green. I love that. Mint green. Wasn't that the color of the car in My Cousin Vinny? I don't know what made me think of that. You have a surprise work meeting at 12:30. Lucky you. Well, if that's the case, if you might have to duck out, we're going to be doing some releasing work today. We're going to start it probably around 12:15. If you're like, I know I might have to duck out and I won't get the full benefit, then I want you to not worry because I will be recording the releasing experience. We're kind of going to do a releasing ritual. You can listen to it at your leisure. You do not have to get all fucking emotional. I curse a lot, by the way. I should have said that on day one. Y'all, I'm going to be cursing in this challenge. You don't have to get all emotional and then like rush to a meeting and feel horrible about it. You can listen at your leisure. You know, I'm going to make this available to you as just like a standalone recording, so don't worry. Tuned in from Long Island, sipping on water. Today is hard and I am sad. Holding space for you. Send some good vibes to Melissa as well. But beyond thankful to have a place where space is being held for me today. Me friggin' too. Bisexuals represent. Yay! You know, I have learned, oh, there's my right side. I have learned that I attract my people to me. Do you know what I mean? And when I say my people, I don't mean people who are necessarily exactly like me, but I have learned who my people are. I've learned that we are all creative and we all care very, very deeply, sometimes too deeply. And I have learned that if we struggle with anything, it's showing up for ourselves the same way we show up for other people. And learning that, knowing that that is who my people are. And when I say my people, I mean the people I relate to and also the people that I am meant to be of service to in my life as a musician, as a tarot reader, as a whatever this is. That's my people. So thank you all for being here. I already know if you're here that I like you. Hugs to Sophie. Margaret Nelson Ponder. Tuned in from Texas, drinking water and the best instant coffee in the world. Africa Cafe. Wow, I gotta try it. Favorite color is blue. The daughter gets it in Africa for me. Oh, maybe it would be hard for me to try it. Well, that's amazing. Angie, bisexual, bigender. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. I like the whole spectrum of blue. Drinking oat milk matcha with vitamins. Call me they. Love it. A great movie, and yes, it was. I love purple, pink, black, and navy blue. Metallic mint green was the car. Thank you. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Hello, Facebook user. Is it Patty Bell? I know there's like one person who can't get StreamYard to believe in them, so I don't know which one person it is, but hi. Did you record the day one meditation yet? Yes, you can actually find it in guides. If you look at, no, I'm sorry, I keep saying guides. Facebook changes the name of things every 10 seconds. It's not guides, it's in featured. I have pinned it to featured. So after this broadcast, if you go to featured, you will find the previous replays. You will also find 2 downloads. One download, they're both attached to like a post. One download is the previous day's meditation, the day one meditation with the elements, and the second download is the Witchy Self Care Toolbox from yesterday. I made y'all a PDF. So you can find that in featured and download them. Chakra for my car outside work. They, them, iced tea, black and red. Love it. Black and red is the biggest chakra energy ever. Okay, cool. All right, so I want to get started. We're doing some releasing work today. So I will first, I want to announce our raffle winner. Every day we're doing a raffle for a giveaway. It's a tarot giveaway because I'm a tarot reader, and that's something I can give away joyfully to y'all. So I usually do charge for readings. I also do events and stuff like that. If you ever want to buy a reading from me, you can on my Etsy shop. Like, feel free to reach out if you want that information. But anyway, I am giving away a 2024 guide card reading, and you are eligible if you watched yesterday's live and participated. Whether you watched it live or you watched it in the replay, still eligible. And I'm using a random number generator for this, by the way. I'm basically like writing down everyone's name and then picking a number, and then that's the person. The Google has a random number generator. I trust the Googles. Tomorrow, we will be doing a raffle for a bigger reading. So this is a 1-card reading. It is a 2024 guide card. It is meant to be a reading that will last you through all of 24, that will help you again and again. Like, this is the advice you need in 2024. It's not meant to be predictive. It's meant to be advice. It's meant to be like, here's how you can best take care of yourself in 2024. That is what we're raffling off today. Tomorrow, I am going to be raffling off a full self-care reading. It's heart-shaped, and it goes deeper. And it is about you and your self-care, and you can really have this deeper understanding of exactly what you and your relationship with yourself needs right now. Tomorrow, I will be raffling that off, and in order to be eligible for that, you have to comment on all 3 lives. You have to have watched all 3 of the videos, or at least some of them. I understand if people are behind, people have lives, I get it. But if you comment and I see your name in the comments, you're eligible for all 3. 1, 2, 3. Today's day 3. I will be drawing one name and giving a self-care reading to that one person. Not on stream. This will be probably delivered sometime next week. But anyway, the winner of today's raffle is Margaret Nelson Pounder. I will be sending you a PDF or video reading, your choice, of your 2024 guide card. So I will be reaching out again, probably next week, to those who win the raffles and let them know how to get their, how to get their giveaway. Know that I will be pulling a card for you for 2024, and I'll also give you an opportunity to share with me, like, here's what's going on for me, so that I can tailor the reading to really, really be about what matters to you right now. So Margaret Nelson Ponder, everybody, everybody, like, put love EA thoughts for Margaret Nelson Ponder. I'm so happy and excited to be reading for you. Okay, we got some comments. Yay, we got applause, we got congratulations, yay. Brittany says, blue lovers and unite. Yes, love it. Pan, she, they, here with my coffee as usual. It's raining today, and my dog has trauma from coming from PR and living through the hurricane. Aw, so she won't go outside and pee. Poor baby. Not sure when and where I'll find the pee later today. Oh no, it's gonna be a horrible pee scavenger hunt in your house. I'm so sorry. Oh boy, what an adventure. Everybody just send some good vibes to Brittany that her dog doesn't pee on anything too terrible. Got an early morning tomorrow. I figure I can run through everything once more before last session. Ooh, love that. Love that. That's overachieving. I want to let you all know y'all don't have to overachieve here. But I also, before I get into today's topic, and first I'm going to say, our witchy wonderment reflection for last night was, what are you ready to release? And this is especially helpful if it's something internal, such as, I'm ready to release the belief that I have to be perfect. I'm ready to release taking care of others before I take care of myself. I'm ready to release this old belief that I'm too smart for my own good. Being smart is a valuable thing, not a negative thing. These are all for real things that I have worked on releasing over the years myself. Releasing a belief, releasing a pattern, releasing a behavior, releasing a choice, those are things we have control over. We have some control and influence over what we do, what we think, what we believe. Not complete and utter control, but we do have strong influence. We can't control outside relationships. We can't control what's happening in the world. As much as we might like to release those things, they're not ours to release. So, with that in mind, what are you ready to release? I'm going to get ready and talk about that in just a moment. And first, I want to just say thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing up every day. I love this group. Thank you for supporting each other. Thank you for being such a friggin' delight in my life. Thank you also. This morning I woke up and three of you had individually messaged me and told me about like what's going on for you in and out of the challenge and how this work has affected you. And I just want to tell you that I'm like grateful beyond words to have woken up and seen that this morning. Because I'm not like better than anyone, you know what I mean? I just like go out and do this stuff because it's my life's passion and I think I can make a difference for people and I know it's made a difference for me, so I'm like spreading the good word, you know what I mean? And when I get to hear that feedback that like, yes, Rory, your life's path is valid, this actually means something to me, it like lights me up inside like a beautiful fire. So I just want to say thank you so much. Um Oh, Nico, you made it. Nico tuned in from Valley Stream, New York, aka COVID quarantine. She, her favorite color is pink. Yes, Barbie Queen. Drinking an electrolyte beverage because COVID. Everybody, please send Nico like some really good, healthy, like vitamin C energy. Please send Nico some good recovery energy. So ready to release childhood trauma. I love it. Jolene, sorry I'm late. No harm, no foul. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. They Flexi, I love it. Hey, Anu, how are you? Welcome. Thank you. A couple people are tuning in today for the first time live, and I just want to thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for showing up. I want to let you know this is a safe space, and we are vulnerable, and today we're going to be doing some releasing work. We're going to work on releasing stuck thoughts, stuck patterns, stuck behaviors. If there is something, and I'm going to recommend for the purposes of today, I'm going to record this ritual that we do, this releasing ritual, so you can refer back to it and use it again and again if you wish. I'm going to recommend choosing like 3 or fewer things to release because that's enough for your brain to process in one day. And releasing can be very potent in a positive way, but also when something is potent, it's potent. It can affect us. It can be quite emotional. Looking at some of these comments, I'm ready to release my belief that I need another person, romantic or platonic, to complete and validate me. That is so beautiful. And I just want to say, like, correct. You do not need someone romantic or platonic to complete and validate you. You are complete and valid right now as you. And I also know how powerful it is to be able to not just intellectually know that, but truly know that. So that's beautiful. I love that as the thing you're releasing. Ready to release the idea that I could have done something more or something differently in a particular situation of my life. Oh, yes. Give yourself that beautiful gift of self-forgiveness. Sending healthy vibes. Nico here once again. The stream doesn't believe in me either. You can go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give it permission to show your name, and that may work. It's worked for most people, but a couple people it's still showing them as Facebook user. So that may help. StreamYard.com/Facebook, which I think is in the video description. Nico Padden sending big health blessings. I'm ready. Yes, I love it. I love that we're all sending energy around. I love this group. You guys are so great. I'm ready to release putting everyone else before me. Oh, yes. I had my first meeting with a life coach yesterday. What a big step. Congratulations. And you went by yourself. I'm so proud of you. Totally releasing, accepting support from people who do not match me energetically. That is so huge. I love it. Like, who here has been there? Like, you accept someone's love and support, but it comes with strings, or then later, they're going to throw it back in their face, or whatever it is, or it doesn't actually feel good. This is such a powerful move to be in your power. I love it. Oh, the carpet is gone. Oh no. I have things blocked off until later. It'll be okay. She's pretty good. Aw, sending love to you and your doggo. Releasing all kinds of old literal and metaphoric garbage. Yeah, I know you've been doing the, what's the word? Like the decluttering. Love it. Okay. We're about to do a releasing ritual. I'm pretty good. I said 12:15 is 12:17. I'm doing okay. Um, we're about to do a releasing ritual. Here's what I want you to know about this ritual. For starters, this has changed my life dramatically. If I had to pick one practice that has dramatically changed my life, it would be releasing rituals. In terms of like witchy, like ritual care, um, it would be this. And I believe that the reason is not necessarily supernatural, although my opinion is belief is a tool. And I believe in these things because it's helpful to me, and I do these practices because they're helpful to me, and that's enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need hard and fast proof because I'm not over here saying, like, this is a cure for your cancer. I'm doing it because it's for me and it matters to me, and that's all I need, right? Um, so not quite the same as me saying, like, I can fix you. You shouldn't go to a doctor. Please go to a doctor if you need to. But for me, I'm like, belief is a tool. I do this stuff because I find it helpful. If you don't find it helpful, like, no harm, no foul. You don't have to, pick and choose what works for you. But I can tell you that the reason I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that the releasing rituals have worked so well for me is because I know when we do ritual, we're speaking directly to our subconscious. Our subconscious is driving the bus in most situations. And that's actually good and healthy for us. Our subconscious makes decisions for us because it would be exhausting for us to make 1,300 minute micro decisions every single day, right? I don't know if anyone else feels overwhelmed constantly already by decision fatigue. Imagine if you also had to decide to keep breathing and, like exactly what your response would be to like an autopilot conversation at the coffee cooler when you're deep in thought about something else. Like our subconscious drives the bus and largely it helps us. It allows us to continue to function at a high level and multitask and all of that stuff. But when we have trauma, when we have limited beliefs, when we have stuck thinking about what we do and don't deserve, our subconscious driving the bus means that we're playing small without meaning to. So when we speak directly to our subconscious, and ritual is very effective for doing this, we are telling our subconscious, we used to believe this, now we believe this, act accordingly, and our subconscious gets the message, and our decisions change and our behavior changes without us even needing to consciously think about it because we hit the target, we hit the subconscious as driving the bus. So that is my personal belief on why releasing rituals are so powerful. I will tell you, for me, I'll tell you a quick anecdote. I did a 9-day releasing ritual, and I do this sometimes. A 9-day ritual. 9 days is very powerful. It's a powerful number, but also it's powerful to do the repetition and fully experience it. And you're welcome to do this 9 days if you would like. I will give you a recording. You can do it again and again. I did a 9-day releasing ritual at the beginning of, I believe, 2019. What you need to know about that year is that in 2018, it was the first year I went full-time as a musician. It was July 2018 that I quit my day job. And January is a very hard time for me as a musician because I live in a world where music work is a little bit seasonal. There's a lot more of it in the summer. There's not none in the winter, but there's less, and this was my first year. And one of the things I was trying to release at that time was people pleasing and also my anxiety around the belief that I would walk into a room and like no one would like me. This is a hard one for me. I've been in therapy about this, y'all. The nobody likes me's. I don't know if anyone else ever has had a case of the nobody likes me's, but I've got it bad. And that was something I wanted to release. I wanted to be making decisions from my power, not from my really unfounded belief that a stranger on the street didn't like me just cause. And at the time I was gigging, I was worried about money, and a lot of restaurants and bars, which is where I play for a living, also worry about money in January. Everyone's just had the holidays. People aren't really going out to eat. It's the winter. It's a dead time. And I walked into this bar. The hardest thing for me about any gig like that at that time was not performing. It was interacting with staff. It was me thinking they hate me. They don't like me. I have to do a really good job. Otherwise they'll hate me. It was like that anxiety script in my head. And it was very hard for me to advocate for myself. Obviously, I'd advocated myself enough to get the gig and establish what I'd be paid and stuff, but I'd walk in and I had had experiences where I'd walked into a gig during a slow season and the venue at the end of the gig was like, I'm sorry, we can't pay you. We don't have cash in the till. Which is a shitty thing to do to a musician, but which happens to musicians all the time. Um, I'd had those experiences before. I tried not to book with those kind of places, but I walked into this place and it was pretty dead. And their bartender was there and she was super nice. Also super wasn't the manager. And I was like, is she going to be able to pay me at the end of the night if more people don't show up here, you know? And so we're getting ready. She's nothing but nice to me, but I have like I'm, like trying to feel okay about having a conversation with her while I get ready and, obviously worried. Worried that she's going to say, you know what, never mind, there's not enough people here, even though I'd already come all this way and set up. And and for the first time in my life, I asked a direct question. I was like, I'm going to worry about this the whole gig. I'm going to play 3 hours and worry. And instead, I was like, hey, can I just ask you something really direct? And she was like, yeah, you can. And I was like, listen, if no one else comes in here tonight, am I still getting paid? And she was like, absolutely. Of course I will pay you. And even if we decide to close up early, I'll still pay you the full amount. And that was a good happy ending to that story. But I just want to tell you, me asking that question was a breakthrough. That was something I would not have done even a week before. And I strongly believe that it came from me doing that releasing ritual, releasing that idea of people pleasing, releasing the idea that no one likes me. So, very real behavioral change comes out of releasing rituals for me. That's what I have to share with you. If it works, it works. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Brittany, welcome. How are you? Doing death cleaning. Oh my goodness. As my kid said, no one wants your shit. 999 is my angel number. Ooh, I love that. Longtime member of the Nobody Likes You Club. Well, I'm here to tell you I like you. So there. But I obviously also understand. Oh, thank you. I like you so much. I'm so glad that we reconnected. Y'all, Catherine Lee was like my best friend when I was like 9 years old. And then I moved and then like we fell out of touch and I'm so glad. Like this is one of the good things of Facebook. Anyway, um, it's terrible to hold that anxiety even for 3 hours, especially when working. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so I wanted to share that story just so you know, like I've done this relation ritual. It's been powerful. I also want to let you know it's emotional. So I'm giving you full unequivocal permission to opt out of this if you are in an emotional place right now where you're like, I don't know if I can handle the big emotional. Yes, I want the change, but if this is going to make me like cry and lose my shit, I'm worried about it. So I want to share with you, for me, it's been well worth it. Also for me, like I don't know if I've ever done a releasing ritual without crying a little bit. It is emotional because we're unlocking these beliefs that have kept us small for a long time. There's grief there, there might be anger there. There's the reason that we have a belief that makes us play small is inherently almost always emotional, and like big emotions about things like lovability, about things like vulnerability, etc. So I'm giving you unequivocal permission to opt out if you're like, this is too much for me right now. And I'm also giving you unequivocal permission to opt out at any point during the ritual. At any point, if you're like, you know what? Nope. It's fine with me. You don't even have to let me know. You don't have to let the group know. You can like turn off the computer and take a walk. You can stay and just listen if you'd rather not participate, but want to know in case you want to do it in the future. It's all good. It's all fine. This is a safe space and I don't ask people to go hard before they're ready. Okay? Okay. You're going to listen for a little, then run for my life to my meeting. Yeah, fair. And then you can decide a time when it's healthy for you to do this. You know what I mean? When you're not like having a meeting in 5 minutes. Yes, absolutely. Um, Timing is very important. I probably won't be doing the releasing ritual at this moment. I appreciate that. Like, and I appreciate your vulnerability and honestly in sharing it. Um, Stick around if you're able, like listen, then you'll know exactly what you're in for when the time is right and you can prepare accordingly, if you do plan to do it. And again, no harm, no foul if you don't want to. I think I've shared honestly about it. I find it very potent, which means that it is emotional and also means that it is transformative and life-changing. And so, that is up to you when you feel you're ready and there's no wrong answer. The right answer is in your heart. Oh, thank you, Judith. Feel the same. Anyone who doesn't like any of y'all is a fool. I pity the fool. I didn't get around to doing this, but I'm pulling a card for everybody right now. While I do this, I got a question for you. In our releasing ritual, we are going to be using one of the 5 elements to help us release this. We don't have to do this alone. This is something I really want to get into everyone's head, including mine. We don't have to struggle alone. We don't have to do everything alone. I forget who it was, but at least one person was in the comments talking about how they're learning how to reparent their inner child and learning that a lot of this work, this trauma work, has to be like, they have to be the one to do it. They have to be the one to show up. And I want to say that that's been my experience as well. I am reparenting myself right now in a lot of ways, and I have learned that I'm the one who has to do it. I can't expect another, like, I can't put it on another person. And also when I do, that puts pressure in the relationship that's in a way that's not healthy for me. I have to be the one to reparent myself. At the same time, I want to tell you, you don't have to do it alone. First of all, we have this wonderful, like, we have this collective right now, and, you know, y'all can, this group is going to disappear after this weekend, but I do have a group that I want to refer you to. It's Firestarters Anonymous. I run it. It's just, it's like, we don't do these big challenges in the group, but we all support each other. It's a good, safe space. You don't have to do this alone, and we can have help, and we're going to enlist the help of the elements. So I'm asking you right now, which element, I'm going to just take the group consensus. Which element do we want to work with for our releasing ritual? Drop an element: earth, air, water, fire, spirit. Which one do we want to ask to aid us in releasing this thing that no longer serves us? Pop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. In the meantime, I'm pulling a card to guide us today. And I guess if I don't get any comments from anyone, I can let the card choose the element, but I see already some comments coming in. So decide, what element are we using today? And by the way, if the group makes a decision that you don't agree with, you can use the element of your choice. DIY that. You're fine. Here is our card for today. This is to guide me and us as we do this important healing work. It's the Ace of Wands. And it looks like fire. It looks like fire is the big energy. Fire, let it burn, baby. Fire, fire, fire. Got a couple people saying air and earth. And yes, everyone's like, two airs, one earth, a lot of fire. So we'll be using fire today. And I want to like share with you real quick. If you want to work with air, we can visualize air literally like a wind blowing through us, blowing the thing completely away, like scattering it so that it can never be put back together again. If you want to use earth, we can visualize sending what we're releasing into the earth so that it recycles it and turns into something else for someone else. Sounds like we'll be doing fire. Speaking of fire, our card is the Ace of Wands today. Look at this beautiful clamshell goddess human. Is it a clamshell? No, it's a lotus flower. Rising out of the lake with a dove. This is the Ace of Wands, though. Wands is about fire. This is about reclaiming our inner fire. And this is important. When we release the stuff that's been holding back, our own flame burns brighter. Because now we're not playing small anymore. Now we're not like trying to fit ourselves into a tight little corner anymore. We can like take a full breath. We can let our shoulders down. We can physically feel that. And as soon as we do, our own fire is like, oh, you're here. Good. I have so much I want to talk to you about. Our own fire light right up. Gotta have air to have fire. True, true. I am getting so much actual wind in my face if anyone wants them. Oh, I love that energy. Lotus is a symbol of healing. Lotus is a symbol of awareness, I would say, in the largest sense. And it's largely like the culture that talks about the lotus flower and its symbology is largely not mine, so I don't want to be appropriative, but awareness, peace, these are the things that I associate at least with the lotus flower. And I'm talking about healing here because we're healing. And the Ace of Wands, this person rising out of their inner lotus flower, to me, it speaks of great healing. It speaks of like, we're opening up, we're giving birth to ourselves. What an idea. All right, it's time for this releasing ritual. Do anything you need to do to get yourself as comfortable as you can. Let's do some breathing. Let's focus on our breathing. I'm going to actually hit record. Hang on. I'm going to put this right here and press. No tracks are record enabled. Good. Great. We're doing a great job. Okay. All right. This is our releasing ritual. Take a moment and identify any parts of you that are a little uncomfortable or tense. If there's anything you can do to move your body or change your position to bring yourself into greater comfort, do that. This is not exactly going to be a meditation. You can keep your eyes open or close your eyes, whatever helps you most. Whether you want to do this as a visualization in your mind's eye or physically act out some of the gestures we will be using, it's all good. Get yourself comfortable. Do some deep breathing. We're going to breathe in through our nose. And visualize the air filling first your belly, and then your chest, and then up to your throat, and then hold it for just a moment. And then let it out like a big sigh through our mouth. We can keep breathing in this way in through the nose, out through the mouth, or fall into a breathing rhythm that is comfortable for you. If we make our exhalations just a little bit longer, that can help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which can help us feel more calm, more grounded, more at peace. We are going to be releasing today. You have already selected what you're going to release. We're going to be working with the element of fire to literally burn away what we are releasing. So at this moment, I want you to call to mind a beautiful blazing fire. You can place this in your mind's eye so that you are in front of the blazing fire. It can be a campfire, it can be an indoor fire. Whatever image of fire is most pleasing and powerful to you is the image I want you to have. We're in a safe space for this. And I want you to visualize at this time, as we breathe in, we're creating our protective bubble so that this work is sacred and safe and cannot be interfered with. This is a time just for us and anything we believe in that protects and looks out for us. As we breathe in, visualize our intention of safety and protection. And as we breathe out, like a balloon, imagine a bubble expanding outward from your body so that it encompasses you. It's okay if it takes a few breaths for this. Breathe in, breathe out, and expand your bubble. And once your bubble fully encompasses you and the fire, so you're in this sacred circle with the fire, envision with your next breath that the edges of the bubble harden and become completely unpenetrable by anything negative. Light and positive energy, helpful energy can still get through to us. Negative energy cannot. It will bounce right off. We are in the safest of places. We are safe in our heart of hearts. Introduce yourself to the fire. Allow yourself to connect with it in any way that feels safe. Visualize your own inner flame burning, either in your solar plexus as a bright light, or perhaps you can visualize holding your own inner flame in your hands. Like calls to like. Introduce yourself to the fire. I have parts of me that are like you. Today I ask you to work with me. We are doing important releasing work today. Let the fire know you'll be doing some releasing work and asking it to burn away what no longer serves you. This is a mission fire loves, I promise you. At this time, we're going to purify our intentions. We're going to breathe in and visualize a white light streaming from above us, and this white light sends away any extraneous noise that might be cluttering our thoughts. Extraneous influence and ideas that don't come from our own inner wisdom, from our own wisest selves, that don't serve us at this time. We're allowing that white light to filter that all out for us so that we can do this ritual in our wisdom and our clarity. And as we continue to breathe, we can also feel a brilliant, beautiful red light up through the ground into us, giving us vitality and energy for this important work. We are held and we are aided, and we are strong enough to do this now. Whatever we're releasing, there's a reason that we've hung them on to it. This is not a place of shame or judgment. There was a time in our lives when it served us or seemed to serve us. Now it is no longer serving us, and it's time to let it go. I want you to visualize in whatever way you can. Visualize what it is you're letting go of. This may mean, if it's a belief or a way you've called small, calling to mind memories, calling to mind ways you have acted and played small as a result of this belief, calling to mind perhaps if you can remember some of the roots of these beliefs. And just for right now, I want to make it really clear this won't be forever, it's just for a few moments. Just for right now, I want you to inhabit that belief, to feel it in your body, to feel what it feels like, to hold that belief or thought or idea or behavior. Feel what it is like to be in it. It's probably uncomfortable. This is part of why we're releasing it. For just a moment, feel that uncomfort, name it, allow yourself to understand what this belief is doing to you. And now, with your next out breath, I want you to visualize in one very, very powerful moment, blowing it out of your body entirely, and now you're holding it in your hands. This is the physical manifestation of this belief. Now you have it. Maybe it served you once. You don't want it anymore. It's not serving you now. You can take a look at it. Know that it's out of you now. It's not coming back in. And I want you to scrunch it up as small as you can scrunch it. Like if you've ever seen a cartoon where someone's writing something and they don't like their first draft, so they crumple it up and toss it in the garbage can. We're crumpling it up like a piece of paper with a bad draft. That's really what it is. It's a bad first draft. We didn't understand all that we understand now about ourselves and the world when we first created this belief, this idea, this behavior. Now we understand better. We know that it's a bad first draft. We're crumpling it up. Smush it as small as you can smush it. And if you feel any lingering effects of it, visualize whatever is still in your body, whatever is still in your brain, flowing out into your hands and into this physical manifestation of what you're letting go of. Crumple it up like a piece of paper. It is fully out of you. It's in this piece of paper. Throw it into the fire. Hand over heart. I release this because it no longer serves me. Make a full description of what you're releasing. You can say this out loud if you're comfortable to, or say it internally if you need to. You can be doing this kind of physically, or you can be doing this in your mind's eye. It's all up to you. Hand on your heart. I release this even though, name some fears you have around releasing it. I bet you have them. I have them. I release this so that I can be my biggest, best self and lead my biggest, best life. Fire, take it away. Burn it away so it can never come back. Goodbye. Make that goodbye a final one. As you say goodbye, notice that the fire is burning brightly, burning away every trace of this thing that you are releasing. How do you feel letting it go? There's no wrong answer. You might feel powerful. You may feel grief. You may feel fragile. There's no wrong answer. Let's do some breathing. This is what it's like to be in your body without this thing that you've released that was holding your back. What does it feel like to live without this thing? What does it feel like to just be you? We're going to end this ritual. Thank the fire for its service. Visualize again your own inner flame glowing a little brightly as a kind of salute to the fire. Thank it for its service. Let it know you'll see it again soon when the time is right, another time. Open your eyes if you've been closing your eyes. Let's come back to our bodies. Let's wiggle our fingers and toes. And let me know in the chat, how are you feeling? How does it feel? You are welcome to share if you want to share what you release, if you want to share the feelings that came up when you embodied that thing that you're releasing. You're also welcome to just keep your counsel if that's healthier for you. Everything's okay here. You feel lighter, so much lighter. I know that feeling. I did some releasing work earlier this week, a little bit spontaneously on one of my listening walks. Um, I knew I would not be doing this ritual with you because I'm leading it. I have to be here with you. That's appropriate. But I did some releasing work spontaneously on Monday or Tuesday. And I worked with the elements. I identified especially to my fears around what I was releasing. I'm releasing this even though I'm afraid I might need it. Even though I'm afraid I might be nothing without it, I'm releasing it anyway so that I can be my biggest, best self. And I felt after my releasing, I felt both lighter and vulnerable. I cried. This is the thing I do now. I walk around my neighborhood crying. It's okay. I didn't look like a complete lunatic, but I was just like, I was having an emotional moment and I allowed myself to. And I knew, oh, we're doing releasing work during this self-care. This is important. It's not just for me. It's for everyone. Feeling enjoyment. I love that. Lighter for sure. I feel more dense. That's such a powerful response. I love that. Like you are fully taking up your space. I rid myself of unrealistic beliefs. Ooh, yes, love it. So many feelings. I feel bigger yet more fragile. They took up space. Yeah, right? How does it feel to have your space back? That's so beautiful. I walk around Manhattan crying a lot. I feel you. I've been there. I've written songs about it. I like to go when I'm doing releasing work, so I feel this. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's helpful sometimes to move it out. Fortunately, I'm multitasking, looking forward to doing this alone later in front of a candle. Yes, I love that. A real fire. Yes, I love it. That's so beautiful. I feel like this would be a good journal activity. Yes, and I invite you all to share here or in a journal or in whatever form feels comfortable for you, like about your experience so that you can reflect on this and have some text about it. You know what I mean? So that you can like not just feel it in the moment, but actually remember it, because that is going to help us moving forward. Oh, this is so powerful. I released accepting judgment from the people I work with. If it means I need to find another venue for my gift, God will guide me. Yes. Like I can't tell you how beautiful and powerful that is. Yeah. Their judgment is theirs. You don't have to take one drop of it. I felt the sacred fire inside my chest around my heart. That's so beautiful. It was very emotional because for so long I would tell people I felt like I had the sun in my chest. And it was painful and caused me so much grief because it was burning me from the inside out. But seeing it as an extension of the sacred fire has made me completely reevaluate what it means to have the sun in my chest and how positive that can be. That not only makes sense, that's beautiful. And I wonder if for you, like, there's been a feeling of like this sun is in my chest and there's no room for it to be anywhere but in my chest, but it's burning me. You know what I mean? And maybe when you connect with it as a sacred fire, it can be this powerful thing that moves you forward and is healthy. That's lovely. I'm so and feel free to take or not take any of that. If you're like, no, that's not what it feels like for me. My feelings aren't hurt. Like your interpretation is correct, not mine. But that's so beautiful. I had a knot under my right shoulder blade and deep breathing was hard, but as soon as I let go, I realized my shoulder felt better and breath was easier. That's amazing. I love that. So amazing how our trauma and stress and everything has such physical manifestations sometimes. I released a resentment I've been holding on to almost 4 years, and I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for giving you this opportunity. Everybody, I want to take a moment of gratitude, and we're not being grateful to anything but ourselves. You showed up to do this work. You are showing up to do this work. You have made the choice to show up for you. Be grateful to yourself. You're amazing. This is hard work. You're choosing it on purpose to lead your bigger, better life. I'm so proud of you. You're incredible. Can this be done literally? Yes. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but my brain has a really hard time being quiet to the point of being distracted by the way my eyes move. Yes, do it literally. Like if you have a fire, as long as you're safe, like do this in the kitchen sink or the bathtub or like a fireproof bowl or something. Like literally write down your thing and burn it. Go for it. Yeah. Then they try to focus. I can't see not past the nonsense, the actual visuals. I completely understand. I have brief moments of connection. Can we do something? Actually write it down and burn it. Yes, do it, do it, do it, do it. Burn it. Burn that shit. That's so powerful. I'm so here for you doing it physically. Yes. I want to tell you, every ritual, do it in the way that works for you. Do it in the way that makes you feel connected, that makes it matter for you. So you're not distracted by the little shit. You don't need, like, no permission is needed to do it literally. Ooh, look up aphantasia. My husband and daughter both have this and they cannot visualize. Their mind's eye is actually blind. Yeah, I know that's a thing for people. For some people. I write resentments on bay leaves and then someone told me to flush them down the toilet and say, I am done with this shit. Yes, I love that. Yes, that's delightful. That is some like delightful like DIY witchery right there. All right, friends. That's our releasing ritual. Um, Thank you so much for carving out this space. If you're going to do the releasing ritual later, I'm happy. Hang on, I'm going to stop recording. I'll have to cut off the end of that. If you're going to do this releasing ritual later, that's just as good. I will put a post up sometime this afternoon with the recording. I'll have to like just edit it and bounce it out. So you'll have the recording of the ritual just standalone to listen to. Or of course you can go back to, this point in the broadcast is because this broadcast will be here for you too. Might have been Delia. That sounds like big Delia energy. All right, loves. Tomorrow, we are going to be celebrating the work we've done, and we will also be doing a brief ritual to seal the work into ourselves. Because that's important to me. When I used to be a crisis counselor, I worked as a hotline counselor for several years. And I think I say this humbly. I think my ability, the fact that I was there, saved some lives. And it could have been someone else. I'm grateful that I got to be the one in the moment who did it. But I know that there were some people who called me ready to end their lives who ultimately didn't. And I feel grateful for that. I don't feel responsible for that. I feel grateful for being able to participate in someone's healing. But one of the things we talked about during hotline counselor training, which was 9 months, it was very intense, was the danger of catharsis, which means that we feel really good about something and then we don't make the change. Catharsis is catharsis. It's having a cathartic moment, having a moment that's like, oh, I feel this so strongly. And sometimes, have you ever had this happen where you talk about what's going on in your life, something that's causing you pain, you share it with a friend, you journal about it, and at the end you feel cathartic. You're like, that was a lot. I had to get that off my chest. However, if you don't then take the actions you need to take, it just comes right back, right? You can have a cathartic moment being like, wow, my partner is really treating me poorly and I need to set some boundaries with them. I can't believe it. And your friend is like, you're right. The hell with that person. You deserve so much better. And you may feel lighter at the end of the conversation. But if you don't go and set that boundary, you haven't changed your life. So we'll be doing a brief ritual to make sure that this change sticks. It's not just catharsis. We'll be sealing in this work tomorrow so that you can continue to show up for yourself in this big, beautiful way. Tomorrow, I will also be inviting you. I am doing a 6-week intensive course. I am launching it. It's going to start the first weekend in December, and it's going to continue through like the first week or two of January. This is a paid course. However, I am offering a pretty gigantic discount to anyone who has participated in this challenge. And if you want to participate in this, it's going to be similar to this energy, but we are going deeper. We are going to be befriending ourselves in a way that is untake backable. We are going to be doing real work with ourselves over 6 weeks. And the time is important because doing something slowly and sustainably over time is more sustainable growth. It's growth for keeps. So this is not a quick challenge. This is a 6-week commitment. We'll be meeting together. We'll be doing a Zoom meeting so we can actually interact face to face. I will be giving you exercises and witchy wonderments. I will also be doing some card pulls for everyone in the group, and we will be healing ourselves together, befriending and reparenting ourselves together in a way that is not take backable. This is going to be incredibly transformative. So, if that sounds interesting to you, if that sounds like a good time to you, or I don't know if it's a good time, but it feels like an important time to me. That's how I feel. Like this work is overdue for so many of us. Like pop your favorite emoji in the chat. Let me know. I will be talking more about it tomorrow. You are invited. And like I said, anyone from this group who decides to participate will be getting like a hefty discount. Feel free if you want to reach out to me and ask me about it, you can. I haven't wanted to say that in any of the previous lives because I want to just focus on the work we're doing. But as I move into getting ready to launch this, I'm more and more excited about it. If you want to ask me about it, feel free to send me a message. Feel free also just to send me a message to talk. Like, I'm all about that. I'm one-on-one available to all y'all because I love this group so much and I love you. In a non-creepy way. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. We will be sealing in our work. We will be announcing our final winner of our raffle. This final raffle is going to be for a big self-care tarot reading from me, which will be delivered probably via video, and help you with really specific actions of like how you can best care for yourself at this moment in your journey. And in order to be eligible for that, you need to have watched all 3 lives. You don't have to have watched them live. You can watch them as replays. It's okay. If I see you as a commenter on all 3 videos, you're in the raffle. So that's what triggers it. So go make a comment on any video. You know, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it and leave a comment and I will know and you'll be entered in the raffle. So that is the vibe. What do we do if we want the 6-week program? I will be giving us all opportunities to enroll tomorrow. You can also message me if you want more about it. It's a paid program, but like I said, everyone who participated in this group is going to get a huge discount. Because honestly, I love y'all. I want you in it. Obviously, if you want to be. It's going to start the first weekend of December. I'm deliberately doing this, so we're moving through the holidays together. I realize there are going to be classes that like 1 or 2 people have to miss or whatever. Again, there will be replays available, but I'm doing this so that during the time when we're most likely to abandon ourselves, we actually have this incredibly loving support of a community that wants us to stay with ourselves. That is the plan. That is the goal. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. I will have a link tomorrow for you to sign up if you want to sign up. And in fact, my husband will also be around helping me as like my little minion. He'll be helping me for anyone who wants to sign up right then. So yes, all you need to do is show up tomorrow. Okay, y'all. I want to just thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being in this moment with me. This is a personal thing. I've been going through a dark time. I am going through my own self-care journey. And for me, this is, I don't know, this is something about how I'm built. When I go through something, I have learned that like my own personal purpose in life is that when I'm going through it, I'm not going through it alone. And if I open up and share with people and make myself vulnerable and draw people to me who have been through similar things, that we all heal together. That is literally and truly what I believe my life's purpose to be, whether it's through music, whether it's through tarot, whether it's through this. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being on this journey with me, for helping me live my life's purpose. Y'all are wonderful. Go have a friggin' incredible day. For your witchy wonderment, here's your reflection for the day. This is actually like a little bit of an almost feels a little like an assignment, but don't feel stressed about it. I want you to rate yourself. I know it's already stressful. I want you to rate yourself as a friend. You don't have to give like a number scale, but ask yourself if you're a good friend. Think about the people in your life and how you've been able to be a friend for them and show up for them. And then I want to rate yourself as a friend to yourself. And ask yourself if those 2 ratings are different. And I'm not asking you to do anything about it. I just want you to reflect on that because I think in this week we've given ourselves some real tools to be better friends to ourselves. So this is not a shame thing. It's not a judgment thing. It's an opportunity for us to be like, oh, wow, I have the power to change this right this minute. It's meant to be powerful like that. So that is our witchy wonderment for today. How am I as a friend to others? How am I as a friend to me? And you can let us know. I'll put a little homework post. A witchy wonderment post. We're not using the word homework anymore in the group. All right, friends, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you I love these comments. I'll miss tomorrow's celebration. I understand. Don't worry, the replay will be up for you. By the way, this group will continue through the weekend. I will probably be deleting the group Sunday. And before I do, I'll be inviting you all to my regular Facebook group. Some of you are in it already, Firestarters Anonymous, which is kind of like 1 part Renaissance, 1 part empowerment circle that I think you'll love if you're not in it already. So you will have a place to go with these big feelings. But replays will be up through the end of Sunday. So don't worry. Thank you all so much, everybody. You're wonderful. You are blessings. By gosh. Doritos in the chat. All right. Farewell. I'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel right here. Bye.